Hi, it's Timothy Birdsong, EvEinstein, Evangeline. I've been listening to an interview with Bob Dylan. He is so humble and so real, and he just doesn't put on airs. He's not hesitate. He does not hesitate to say, "I don't know. I don't know about that." Just whoa. He's so comfortable inside his skin because he's authentic. So I really love him as his mother, as his sister, but not his brother. As his therapist, yeah, okay. So they asked him about South Africa. Now this was a long time ago, an old interview. But he just did not jump into the news likes to stir up something to agitate the world. So the guy was trying to get him to be political. And he said, I've never been there. A lot of black people are being ruled by a few white people. And that's all he said. He said, I wish I could have something relevant to say. He doesn't do politically correct speech. I just love that. That's the courage of a man. Yeah. So I want to say this about South Africa. Anybody keeping up with it knows that it's turned into a horror show. The black people over there have taken over and they're torturing the white people, the last I heard, and killing them, raping them. And it's subhuman behavior, especially when you realize, and as Mary Magdalene, I must publicize the fact that the Jews of then, the first century, are the black masses, not the Christian blacks, and not the educated blacks. The others were turned black because they killed Christ, their own Savior. See what I mean? See what I mean? So that's the deal. Now you know. All right, so what else we want to talk about? I made some notes. He said, I love what he says. It's so concise and so precise, and so true. You can't hear. Let's see, what is that? Look at it. See why I'm having trouble? Look. Could you figure that out? So, anyway, he said it was difficult to perform at Rite Aid. No, that's a drugstore. Live Aid, I think it was. Because they took away his monitors and dropped the curtain. And, it's virtually very difficult to perform. It's just hard to perform if you can't hear. So I thought of my parallel lives because I've been journeying back through time and space with my brother, Govinda Singh Dylan, Bob Dylan's brother also. I don't know if they met. So I know that I was Beethoven, couldn't hear. Okay? So what I did was memorized in my body the sensations, the vibrations of the notes. Now that's extraordinary. That's why they called him a genius. And also the way he composed the notes. And also was Helen Keller. Couldn't hear, couldn't see. That's like The Walking Dead. Until I found a teacher, until she found me, Ann Sullivan. And here I have a picture of her. She's a doctor, Victoria Kopsky. There she is. There she is. And she was one of the first people, very tall woman, very smart woman, very real woman. She was one of the first people that I could talk to here about my discoveries as I travel back through space and time. Also, they asked Bob Dylan how he would like to be remembered in history. And he said, I don't know, I don't think about that. So I'm going to give him a clue because I have his history. Okay, his, let's see, where do I begin? So his mother, I guess I should say, right? His mother, that he, of course, we had over 10,000 births. I don't have all 10,000 parallel lives he's led. I just have the highlights, okay? His mother was Emma Young. Okay, just two Michelle birds on his wishes today. Notice how they look similar. They never met, but they happen to be wearing the same kind of hat. Okay? And here he's awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So she's overjoyed and so proud of her son. No, but who does all this that he's done? The only musician to earn an Academy Award and a Nobel Prize. I'm so proud of him. I was shocked when I found out Bob Dylan was my son. You know, I listened to a song, May You Stay Forever Young. I said, did he say young? You know, I heard him. And then I had more evidence to come about. Now, he said about a war. He said everybody's in under war, you know. And I have been fighting a war for 30 years with Lucifer. I married him. He was my aborted brother. My mother tried to abort me. She told me when I was 3 or 4. And she said her ears began to ring like dinner bells. So I looked at Bob Dylan's Nobel Prize, right? So you take the N and make it Dylan, Dylan, Dylan. Rang the bell. He saved my life. I was able, all my life I wondered, who rang the bell? Who would ring the bell? Who loved me enough to bring me to be born? My daughter Robin said, you probably rang, no, she said he came from heaven. And she's 1,000% correct because Bob Dylan is the Lord of the Angels. Okay. And T. Michelle, Venus, is the sweetest angel. That's right. That's what they call her. The sweetest angel. So in heaven, in the sky, Bob Dylan, Venus caught his eye. And he fell in love with the twinkle, the shine, the light of Venus. So much so, he wanted to touch her. And so he willed the world. And in the world, he willed some bodies. My father, his father as well, has a whole book of bodies. Let me show you. It's King George V is our father. Just, where was he? There he is. That's our father.